We're fixing to fish some brim beds, I hope. I hope they're bedding in here. I see a lot of, look like stirring up of the water. Today, I don't use these much, but I'm going to be using some live red worms today. I'm going to try them first because they are natural around here. They're not real big like those night crawlers, and on these small jigs they should work just fine. And I'm just gonna hook it right through his head like this right here. This end here's his head. You see that band on him right there. I don't know if you can see it or not. I can't see it because I ain't got my reading glasses on. But anyway, we'll just hook it right through him like so. Just put him on there just like that. Let him hang off there. And we're gonna throw on bottom, and hopefully we'll land in one of those beds they've made, and they will get mad about it. All right, let's just see what happens. Got a stick. We caught us a stick fish, and we lost our worm right off the bat. So I'm gonna put this worm on there a little further. I don't know what's out here on the bottom here that I can get hung up on. Hopefully not that much. And if I do get hung up, I've got my other pole over here. Actually, it's my bass reel, but I got it rigged up for brim just in case this one breaks. Well, if they both break, I can always retie, but I'm trying to save time because it's kind of late in the day. If I don't get some hits right here, I may walk right on down a little bit. I may walk back up this way a little bit. Walk right up here. Some turtles in here, and I just got hung up. I just broke off, didn't I? Yes, I did. I just broke off. So I'm gonna walk on down where I was at the other day. I'll switch over to this other pole. And if I break off on it, then I will go. Now here's the same spot I was fishing on my last video. And I'm gonna fish the same spot. And I'm gonna hopefully catch us some fish out of here. I got my floater on this one. Don't know how deep I am. Okay, I got it set where to go to the bottom. Wind's not blowing like it was the other day when I was down here though, which is a good thing. All right. Now, let's get out there and see what we can do. That's what we can do. We can catch us a brim. He's a fighting little booger. He's a fighting little booger. That he was. And he is good and chunky and edible. I mean, he's long as my hand. As a rule of thumb today, if I could put them in my hand like that and their tail reached to that line right there on my hand, they going in the pot. That's the way it's going to be. I'm sorry, but that's the way it's going to be. All right. Because that means they are at least 6 inches long. About 7 inches long. That's long enough. They're thick enough to eat. They got meat on them. And we're going to catch us another one. Watch this. We've had a gnat hatch out here. They hatch out every year in April and May. Late April, early May. And they are bad right now. I've got a little bit of issues here. Lost my worm. Let's get us another worm. Gnats are going to be giving me fits. Doesn't see that. That was the only good thing the other day about the wind blowing down here. It was keeping them gnats off of me pretty much. You know, bug spray, regular off and stuff like that, won't hardly keep them gnats off of you. There we go. Oh, haven't. There's a good one. That one is a good one. Good fighter, anyway. He was a good fighter. Would like to get into a bunch of big shell crackers. Is what I'd like to get into. These old bluegills, they're okay too. Now, see, he didn't make the grade. He didn't make it. His tail don't come to that line. He goes back in. That's going to be our rule of thumb right there, a rule of hand. How about that? Rule of hand. Kind of like the sound of that. another bite out there. He's just playing with it, though. There we go. Take it under there, buddy. These gnats are getting after me. I'm gonna blow them away from my mouth and everything. I got him. I got him. He's fighting. Well, them little things will fight. Even the smaller ones will. I don't think he's gonna make the cut, though. Don't think he's gonna make it. No, he's too little. I can tell by feeling him he's too little. Yeah, he's almost. He's almost. All right, little female, go out there and make some babies. Still a little bit of worm on there. Try a different spot here. Nope. Pulled it away from that one. Ain't much worm on there. Let's try it and see. Let's try and see what happens. Nope, let's put more worm on it. Gotta have more worm. I think they got beds right there. It looks like it. I don't know if you can see the water on the video or not, but I can see it with these glasses on that there's muddy spots like they're working that ground out there. Actually, all the way across there, it looks like. Right out there or so. So let's see what happens right there. Had one hit it. But he didn't take it. And that one there, I missed that one. All right, I wasn't ready. Had the gnats bugging me. Boy, it almost backlashed on me. Almost. Tighten that down just a little bit. Whoops, I'm underwater out there. Good one, too. Goodness. Oh, yeah. Now we're talking. Now you're talking. That's a pretty one right there. That's a pretty one. And there's no way he's not going to be big enough. Are you there, buddy? So you can put him there. He's longer than that first one I got. He's longer than the first one I got. And he didn't get my worm. He didn't get the worm. He tried, but he didn't get it. I'm going to put it back on that hook. And we're going to go out there and give this in here to somebody because it's kind of loose on there. You're probably just going to get it off. Reel that back in. Yeah, that worm flew off when I cast. Kind of thought it would. It was kind of loose and floppy and tore up. I tried it. I tried to save it. I got another box of night. I got a box of night crawlers there in the cooler. If I run out of these red worms, some night crawlers will work just as good, if not better. But they biting these things. They like these. That's for sure. That seems needs to be the spot right there. There we go. We got him. Well, he's a good little fighter too. Yeah. Yep, he's a good sized one as well. Put him on there, up there to my finger, and he don't make the line though. He didn't make it. He did not make it. He's a pretty one, but he didn't make it, so he's back in the water. Bye-bye, buddy. Go give somebody else some fun. Somebody else will eat you. But I want bigger. I want to get the bigger ones. Wouldn't be surprised if we don't hook a bass or two up in here too. If they're bedding, they'll be up in here eating on them. Trying to. There we go. There we go. He's small. I could tell he was small just before I ever even got him up here. All right, be still, buddy. Get that hook out of there. Back in the water anyway, you're going anyhow. He fanned me before he went. He just had to show out. He just had to show out. But he was going back in there anyway. He was going to go back in anyway. Another one already. Usually when they hit it that quick and that hard, they're usually pretty good size. Yeah, that's a female right there. That's a female. Yeah, he got me bleeding. He got me bleeding. All right, let's see if she made it. No, she didn't make it. Barely. You get to live another day, make some more babies. There you go. They're gonna have to be longer than my hand to get to go with me. There we go. Did you see how red looking they look in that water? See, they're out there spawning. These males are looking pretty. Look at that. Let's just put him right there on my fingers, and he did not make the cut. He didn't make it. You get to go back. Oops, that ain't where I want. I gotta get a worm anyway. Gotta get a worm anyhow. This worm ain't very big. Whoop. Come back here. Ain't very big. We're gonna put him on there though. Put him on there and let his tail wiggle around there. That'll get their attention. That'll get one of them to grab him maybe. That was a little one. I can tell the difference. Them big ones will grab it and go with it. Well, why does it want to cast? I may have to put me a little bit of weight on there, but I've been casting fine. What's the matter now? There we go. Oh well, let's put another worm on there. There ain't much worm left there. We'll get something that looks yummy too. How about that? Here's some big one. There's two of them. Let's put one back in there. Get back in that bucket there, worm. These little red worms ain't near as big as them night crawlers. But man, they sure are loving them. They sure are biting them. That's for sure. There we go. By the time it got out there right. They didn't hit that one. Wonder what the deal is with it. Let's go straight out. See what hits it out there. If anything at all. I wasn't trying to get it, but he didn't get it. There we go. Oh, that's a good one. He's pulling drag. Yeah, he's a little bit short. I don't know if I'm gonna get enough big ones or not, but we may have to go to a shorter length. I may have to start accepting a little bit shorter to get some in the freezer. Uh-oh. To get some in the freezer, I may have to take a little bit shorter ones. Now, these all look big enough to eat. They look big enough to eat. Let's see here. All right. They've got to cover this spot right here on my hand. We're going to go shorter because we need some of y'all in the freezer. Yeah, we need some in the freezer. All of them I let go, I should have kept. I'm gonna move down just a little bit down here. See what happens right down here. Give those guys a little break from me. Let's see what happens right here. There we go. Well, he's not big enough. He's not big enough. He is definitely not big enough. Let's try it right out that way. Let's go right out that way and see what happens. Well, not right there. We want to get out further than that. Stupid gnats won't leave you alone long enough to fish. There we go. I got him out there that time. Okay, I'm gonna come back down here. I see all that mud stirred up in there. Something's stirring it up. Bad right here where I've been fishing. So I'm thinking that they're in here spawning and other fish are coming in trying to eat them, like catfish and bass, and they're stirring up that water. I need more worm than that. I need more worm than that. Let's get out there. Let's get it. Oh, he just took that worm right off of there. He just took it right off. You know, I moved that floater up a little bit, and I might not should have. Of course, it should be sinking to the bottom anyway. The way I got it set up. There we go. Big boy should be out there. Yeah. Well, I missed him again. Getting too antsy. I bet he got the worm though. No, he didn't get all of it. me get it back on there before another one grabs it and takes it off. He was pulling it off of there, though. That's what he was trying to do. All right, we got it now. All right now, where y'all at? Well, sometimes they'll just hit it as soon as it hits the water. Other times they don't. They don't. Let's go down that way. See what's down there. They might have moved on down. Maybe more of them down there too. I had to constantly fight these gnats. And that ain't no fun. There we go. There we go, finally got another one. It's been a little bit since I got one. And he's a good one. He is good enough. Tell that by looking. Yeah, I'm gonna say he makes that line. He hit the line. He made the line. You have to kind of go by the length and also by the width of them too. Now there's some while ago that was just as long as, but they're not as wide and they don't have as, much meat on them. So you gotta look at both. So if they're as wide as my hand and as long as my hand, then they're good enough to eat. about him. I don't think he's very big, but he sure is fighting, though. They fight like, oh, get out. That's a little female. That's a little female. Now, see, looking at that, she's not as wide as my hand. She's about as long, but she's not as wide. So she's going to go back in there. She's a little petite young thing. She's going back in there and see if she can make some babies, maybe some eggs or something. Get us some more for next year. You know, I couldn't live right here on this lake. I wouldn't get nothing done at my house. I'd be down here every day, all day long. But even that little one right there, I mean, she was good size, but she was a fighter. They will fight. One thing, they're all fired up because they're fixing to start breeding real big, hot, and heavy. Take it under and keep it for a minute, and I'll set the hook on you. Told you. Yeah, they'll fight. They will fight, but she's not very big either. She's not big enough by no means. She's just like that other one. Or are you the same one? See there, put her there at that finger. She's almost long enough, but she's not near wide enough. Back in there. Not to suit me anyway. There's a lot of people who keep them. They'll keep anything they catch, and you know, that's not fair. You need to give them a chance to grow. Oh, get another worm. That one wanted to take what little bit of worm was on there, about all of it off. So we'll put another one on right quick. Oh, we still got plenty of worms in here, that's for sure. For now, anyway. There we go. Get that worm on that hook good. One's on there good enough that they're going to grab it. Now, some people will let it hang off. I'd done that a while ago, which that's fine and dandy too. But a lot of times they'll just grab the end of that worm though, and they'll just pull it right on off that little hook. Because they don't always suck it in completely, like I was hoping they would. Yeah, they slowed down on their biting. There we go. Another smaller one. Man, look at them run sideways. I've got into a mess of females right there. That's what I've gone and done. Now, she's pretty good size, but still yet, I don't think she's quite big enough. She's wide as my hand almost, though. She's pretty close, but I'll let her go. Keep them males, let them females go out there and make babies. Don't seem to be any over there. The spot right there was the spot when I first got down here. Pulled it away from him. See, he just had a hold of that worm. It was hanging off a little bit. I saw it was. I threw it out there anyway. But I think I'm gonna slide this on up where it has to stay on the bottom, pretty much. That right there is probably deep enough. If that way, if that sinker ain't heavy enough to pull that line through that floater, it still can't. It's still gotta be down there deep. Because if they're bedding, they're going to be on bottom. And the shell crackers are definitely going to be on the bottom. Because they're bottom feeders anyway. They eat shells. Shell crackers. That's what they do. They crack them shells open and eat the mollusk and stuff that's in them. I don't know what I done right there. Wasn't casting right, I know that much. Oh my goodness. Yes, sir. That's a little female. Another female. So the females are on the beds probably right now. How big is she? See, they're all about the same size, them females are. I mean, she's about big enough to eat, but I ain't gonna do it. I'm just gonna wait and get me some males and see what happens here. Got a mess down here. Don't mess it up worse now. There we go. Now then. Another female. Another female. She might make it. She might be big enough. No, we're not going no back in the water yet. No, you're not. No, no, no. We're going to check you out. And she makes the grade. She's right here at the line. And she's wide as my hand. So she gets to go in here. All right. She was borderline, but she's in there. She's borderline. Oh, this thing here ain't wanting to cast worth a flip for some reason. Not very big. Not big enough at all. Not big enough. She's pretty though. Back in there. I'll fix that worm right quick. Well, that lawnmower's loud over there. Somebody all the way over there on the other side of the lake mowing, and it's loud just like if he was right here. Oh, it's tiny. Tiny, tiny, tiny. You're not big enough. Why are you trying to grab my worm like that? You know what? I'm fixing to put me on a sinker for some extra weight for this, because since I went deeper, I don't want to cast as easy. Don't have enough weight. Don't seem to have enough weight, so I'm gonna put me a sinker on there. It don't hurt to. All right. Let's see, where's my sinkers at? They're right here in the front. Yeah, I'm just gonna put one on there, maybe two, because they are tiny. Yeah, let's put two of them on there. Get my little thingies out here. I'm just gonna put it right down here by the jig too. I can't hardly see with these glasses. These are not my reading glasses. These are only distance sunglasses for distance only. Had my choice when I got them. I could either have them for reading or for distance. And I said, well, for sunglasses, I don't need them for reading. I need them for seeing when I'm fishing. So that's what I did. All right, so I got that one on there. Yeah. Let's put one more on there. I missed it. I missed that line. Couldn't see it. All right, now we got it. Now let's get out there further and catch us some fish. I thought I had him. Felt him take off with it. Hung it up. Hung it up. It come loose. It came loose. I'll get another worm. We'll put some more worms on there with it. I may tie that other rod back up here in a minute and get it ready to go again. Put it back out there. we go. I got it set back up. Not very big. They can still fight though. they're just not real big. All right, let's try it now. He's putting up a little bit of a fight, but he's little. He's little bitty female. Come on, we need some of them big males again. Some of them big bull gills. Uh-oh. Boy, almost did it. Almost like bashed that one. I missed one. I went to pick it up. I was like, missed that one. And I went to pick it up, another and grabbed it. There we go. All right. I don't understand why we're not getting no biggins. She definitely ain't big enough for nothing. Ain't big enough for nothing. Alright, I'm gonna go shallower and see what happens. I figure they're deep though. But the males seem to quit biting. I don't know where they went to. I may move down a little bit. They may be making beds somewhere else down here now. I'll move right here. I'll go right out there. The sinkers I got on there are too much for that floater. So if it's floating, then it means I'm on the bottom. So I'm gonna just try and see if I can find the depth of that water. There we go. No. It's deeper than that. Actually, that floater should slide up that line. It should slide up the line. Why it's not, I don't know. They ain't biting out there, that's for sure. Let's go back out here again. Come on. Walk down here by this building. See if I catch something down there. Liam fell out of that tree. No, they're down there. They're on down that way. They're not down here. They're in the shallower water. Okay. I'll slide that up. Pull that out of my finger. All right. Oh, yes. Finally. Still not real big. She's still not real big. No, not very big. Not big enough for nothing. There she goes. I'll take one of these sinkers off. Take this one off. Take one sinker off and see what happens. I the one grabbed it, but just I picked it up. I don't think I need to be that deep. I don't know if they're actually down on the beds right now or not. Can't seem to figure them out right now. Can't seem to figure them out right now. Don't know what they're doing. We'll fix and find out though. That one's doing some fighting right there. Yeah, it's a male. That's a male. About time you boys come back. Well, yeah, he's just fit to eat too. Yeah, he is. I should have kept them other ones earlier. They wasn't quite long enough, but they sure was big enough. All right, let's get in there. There we go. We still got some. We are fishing too deep. I was fishing too deep. That's what it was. Or something. Already. Yeah, they back now. They're back now. They're starting to bite again now. And I think she's going to make the cut. I think she is. I think she will. Oh, yeah. Come back here. Stuck your fins in the ground, didn't you? I don't know how many times I've stuck that hook in my hand today, my fingers. Obviously not enough. I ain't learned my lesson yet. That's a little one. That's a little one. That's a little one. That's a little long ear. What are you doing there, buddy? You're not big enough to eat for sure. That's a little long ear right there. A little long ear. This is about the last of the red worms. And then we're gonna have to go to those night crawlers. See what happens with them. They're bigger, they might catch bigger fish. Just might, can't ever tell. Can't ever tell. Yeah, they up here showing out next to the bank even. He's putting up a little bit of a fight. And the little male. That's a little male. Well, I was going to think about sending you back, but you pinned me twice, so you're going in there, like it or not. Pinned me twice. I still got some. I still got some red worms. Got some rain coming in, maybe. Starts raining on, we're going to have to call it quits. Go to the truck for a minute or something. Yes, sir. Now that right there is what we're after. Look at that baby. Look at that baby right there. Now that is a good one. See, now he goes past the line. He's wide as my hand. And goes in the pot. Pull it away from him. Pull that away from him. Get that worm back up there on it. I hadn't hit the water hardly. Goodness. Yes, sir. Come on, be another one of them big boys. He's pulling drag. Yes, sir. Not quite as big as that last one, but he's big. Look at that baby. Right there. Oh, got another one. It's not very big. I jerked it plumb out of the water. So it's not very big, but he sure grabbed it. right off the bat. Still. Alright, yeah, not very big. Alright, get down there in that water. Get on down there in that water. Go on. I can't get down there and get you. There we go. There you go. You're back in the water now. Oh yeah, it's tugging good. Well, I guess that one's going back in the water too. Bye-bye, see you later. It wasn't quite big enough anyway. Another little one. Another little one. Come here, little one. You ain't big enough for nothing. You ain't even big enough to even be biting. Why are you doing that? Get out of the way and let them big boys come and eat. Wasn't very big. Not very big. Bigger than that last one by a long shot, but still not big enough. That other one was super tiny. Super tiny. Alright, so now we are fixing to go to the night crawlers, I think. I got one more red worm, looks like. Two more red worms. I'm gonna put them both on here. And then I'm gonna go to them night crawlers and see what happens. These were both kind of small worms anyway. So I'm just gonna put them both on there. Another small one. Okay, that's enough small ones. That's enough small ones. Stop it. Let go of that hook. Came right on the top of the nose there. It makes it hard to get out. All right, now then, we're gonna go to night crawlers. All right, here we go. Now that's a worm. That is a worm. And that's going to draw some attention. We're going to let it just hang off like that too. And we'll see what happens. We got a bite out there for a minute. just ain't biting that night crawler like they was them red worms. What's the matter with that now? There we go. All right, we need to put another worm on. Now they done slowed down biting again. Seem to be just taking it in spells. There we go, got one. I don't know how big he is. Not very big, don't feel like, unless it's swimming towards me. Nah, it's not very big. Little fella. Little bitty one. Not very big. Back in there. It's not very big either. That's a little bitty one too. A little long ear. Another little long ear. It's not very colorful for a long ear. You're kind of pale looking. Are you sick? I don't think so. You fight pretty good. Probably in spawn mode. Losing some color. Their hormones all messed up. I done been down here a couple hours. My phone's probably about to die on me. All right, there we go. That looks pretty yummy to me. If I was fish, I'd want to eat that. I thought that broke off. You mean to tell me that didn't break off all that time? All that time I could have been fishing with that little one because it didn't break. All right. Caught a few more brim for the freezer. We got them. Caught quite a few. I don't know how many I even caught all together, but I probably got about 6 or 8 to go in the freezer. So, it's been a good day. Thank y'all for watching. It's Lewis, brimming and bassing.